Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to a daily update of my 1000 days challenge. This is day 153. So let's get things started. Alright, so first and foremost, the balance remains the same as yesterday. No new trade in terms of close wise, but there's I think one or two trades that went wrong in that sense. But that's more the experimental trade setup. So there's something to bear in mind. Alright, in terms of the financial market, in terms of the fall of it, which I do monitor on the regular basis, yeah, all of which is relatively the same for both S&P 500, Nasdaq, ASA Sharp, except for KWEB. As you can see that it was relatively sort of like an over panic in terms of the market wise. You can see this very large drop. Let's switch to the daily chart. Yeah, basically you can see this very nice sharp drop and then this very nice strong rebound over the past 2 days of one day and the second day. So potentially we could face some resistance today. And yeah, let's see how things goes itself. So there will be still one more trading day before we close for the following year in 2021. So yeah, things are looking a little bit more bullish right now, but tentatively overall it's still looking like a very nice consolidation pattern. We retested this resistance 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and now potentially you can consider 5th time. Although this is also considered 1 time, that will be the 6th time. So this resistance has been hit multiple times. So I'm definitely looking to add a little bit more position in terms of KWEB myself, depending on whether do I have any available allocation for that in terms of percentage wise. So yeah, that's more or less about it in terms of the traditional financial market that I do invest in. And when it comes to Bitcoin itself, that's where things get a little bit more interesting. Things are still looking really a little bit more parabolic because in addition to looking just parabolic on the weekly chart, as you can see, price is very, very much above the 20 exponential moving average. So even though I do hope for somewhat like a pullback, but potentially we could not get a pullback until you get this kind of very strong rejection candlestick, followed by another rejection candlestick before we could potentially draw down to a little bit as well, or retracement in that sense. Yeah, so there's something to bear in mind. And now, in addition to weekly getting a little bit overextended, daily wise is also a little bit extended. However, as you can see over here recently, even though we were a little bit extended, we just consolidated for a while before we continue towards the upside. So what I do prefer is that we do drop by over here to around the 25K region. That's where I'm definitely interested, keen to get a lot more. But otherwise, you do see that there is decreasing volume. So bear in mind that there is reduced liquidity in this region, and that's potentially why price is now going on the tear. So at any point in time, it could have a reversal in terms of people trying to sell out and cash in for profit. It could be at this 30K mark that a lot of people is looking at, or it could even be at anything much higher, be it 40K, 50K and beyond as well. So there's something that's always up in the air. So for me right now, I've entered a long base on this break on this 27.6K region. And that's what I mentioned, I think 1 or 2 days ago. And that's basically due to a break of this resistance region at 27.6K region. I enter around here at 28.4K region. I'm still holding on to it. So yeah, potentially we could see a potential retest or break above this 30K before we have a strong retracement. Or of course, tentatively we could break downwards and below this 20 exponential moving average, in which case I'll be leaning a little bit more bearish in terms of short-term wise. Otherwise, that's basically the quick update I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.